Good evening. I'm Barbara Burns and I'm the town clerk. Could we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to welcome you all here for our annual town meeting. The first thing we need to do is to establish a salary for the moderator. And last year we pseudo-paid him $50. He always turns it back in, the person that was the moderator. But we need to set a salary anyway. So last year it was $50. So I need a motion and a second to set that, unless you want to do a second on a different price.
Motion set it at $50. Second.
And who seconded? Joy? Okay. Is there anybody else that has anything to say? Okay. All in favor of $50, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, the motion passed. We have a quorum, so we're going to do an election of the a moderator to administrate and to moderate the meeting. Do I hear any nominations for moderator?
I make a motion to nominate Bob Fagan as moderator for this evening's meetings.
Are there any other nominations?
Make a motion to close nominations.
Okay, and is there a second to close it?
Second.
Joy? Okay, so Mr. Fagan, all in favor of Bob Fagan, Robert Fagan to be the moderator, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, please come up and take the oath.
Next year I want to raise.
Okay. You had your chance. Raise your hand. I'd say, do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of the moderator of the town meeting to the best of your ability?
I do.
Thank you. Please sign. Thank you, and have a seat.
Do I talk now?
Yes. Start. That's why you have the agenda right there.
Gotcha. Good evening.
Good evening.
This is the annual meeting of the Town of Freeport, Tuesday, April 13th, 2021 at 6:05 p.m. The agenda is as follows. Number 1, the town clerk opens the meeting and leads in the pledge. Number 2, we establish the salary of the moderator. Number 3, a quorum is declared by the town clerk. Number 4, the election of the moderator. And then that's all been done. Number 5, we'd like to have a presentation and review of the annual town meeting minutes for 2020.
You all have them if you've looked at them. Are there any changes to them?
I make a motion we accept the minutes from the 2020 town meeting.
We have a second?
Second.
Oh, anyone opposed? Anyone in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Looks like they have been adopted. Now we'll go to the reading of the annual financial statement.
Funds on hand beginning fiscal year 2,171, or 2,171,776,024 cents. The amount received from all sources, $1,060,540 and 38 cents. The amount expended for all purposes, $812,689 and 97 cents. Funds on hand end of fiscal year, $2,419,626 and 65 cents. The amount of tax levied the preceding year was $995,592.14 cents. The amount of property tax collected was $999,684 and 59 cents. The amount paid out to town indebtedness was $0. Principal and interest was $0. The amount of unpaid liabilities is $4,075.41.
Do we have to have a vote to approve that?
No.
No? Okay. We're just moving right along. Now we're going to have the annual report of the officers of the town board. Could we please have the assessor's report?
Can you hear me? Okay. My name is Maida Ridgway, your Freeport Township assessor. Thank you to everyone here and everyone watching for taking interest in your township government. This past year has been challenging in many ways. COVID-19 has impacted our everyday lives in one way or another. Township government is no exception. While Freeport Township continued to stay open as we are considered essential workers, we took precautions in order for our staff and constituents to stay as safe as possible. Prior to COVID, my office would view properties, exterior and interior, especially ones that had conditional issues. During COVID, the need to keep distant made this task challenging. I am very grateful for the property owners that have worked with us by answering letters, sending pictures, verifying property information to ensure our records were correct, enabling us to continue to accurately value properties in Freeport Township. In 2017, we started to see a slight increase in property values. This continued in 2018 and 19. In 2020 and so far in 2021, we are seeing much larger increases in property sale prices. The limited number of properties for sale and the current demand for housing is making this a seller's market. When overall market values or sale prices of properties increase, so will the assessed values. However, even though assessments may increase, when taxing districts hold their levy, as Freeport Township has, their tax rate will decrease, which may limit the possible increase in your tax bill. As always, if you have any questions concerning property assessments in Freeport Township, I encourage you to contact our office. And thank you for your time and interest in your township.
Thank you. Do we need a? No? Moving on to the supervisor's fiscal report.
I just read that.
You just read the fiscal report.
I just read that.
Okay.
Ah, I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's my bad. Don't worry about it.
So that, wait, that's Barb's mistake?
Yes,
I want to note that.
yes. It is not uncommon.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Good evening, all. I'm Patrick Seller, supervisor of your Freeport Township. The year 2020, wow, what can I say? It was a year full of unknowns, heartbreaks, shutdowns, civil and political unrest, along with a plethora of other misfortunate events that shocked our world, our country, our state, our city, and yes, even our township. 2020 forced us to social distance. It forced us to use Zoom, Facebook Live, and other non-traditional means of communication. It forced families to tighten their budgets even further, businesses to lose customers, which equated to the loss of revenue. Moreover, 2020 humbled us as a species, exemplifying how truly fragile of an existence we possess. It showed how far we've really come as it relates to racism and gender equality in our country, while forcing us to bear witness to the fact that we still have a long, long way to go. But through it all, your Freeport Township has remained strong, developing and implementing new and innovative programs tailored to assist our residents in times such as these. Programs such as the Township Cares Program, the Senior Home Maintenance Program, the Water Services Program, and I'll let Mike's phone stop ringing. Thank you. Okay. The Electric and Gas Services Program, the Employment Services Program, the Transportation Assistance Program, and the Birth Certificate and Identification Program. These programs were featured in the Township Officials Illinois Perspective magazine and shared with townships statewide. The significance of these programs has been prodigious, and the impacts that they have and are currently having during this pandemic has been nothing short of a godsend for our citizens of Freeport. Your township was the only organization creating new programs to meet the needs of our residents during the height of COVID-19. we weren't just having weekly meetings or merely talking about what should be done. We were actually making things happen. Keep in mind that these are Freeport Township original programs, written, developed, and implemented by the Freeport Township organization. But what really impressed me the most, not trying to pat ourselves on the back too much, is that the fact that these programs were successfully implemented while we were simultaneously administering our state-mandated responsibilities of general assistance. And we did it all without overspending. We also provided grant funding to other agencies to extend our services, helping to assist those individuals whom, under normal circumstances, would fall outside of our reach. Agencies such as the Veterans Assistance Commission, the Senior Resource Center, Amity Daycare, the YMCA Daycare, Open Bible Daycare, and St. Vincent de Paul received grant funding from the Freeport Township. So as you can see, your township has been extremely busy during the pandemic, finding more innovative ways to reach our most vulnerable populations, honoring our state-mandated responsibilities, and accomplishing it all well within the parameters of our budget. When other municipalities were struggling to come up with a plan to address the COVID-19 pandemic, your Freeport Township had already hit the ground running. When other agencies were looking for answers, your Freeport Township was providing them. And when people were in need of assistance, your township was there. Ladies and gentlemen, since 2013, your Freeport Township has been evolving. Through this continuous evolution, we have become more effective and more efficient than ever before. Townships throughout our county and many others throughout the state look to Freeport Township for its leadership, its ingenuity, and its innate abilities to navigate through the sometimes extremely complex directives of general assistance. As we brace for what is shaping up to be another challenging year, rest assured that by the grace of God, your township will be ready to face these challenges head on. And we look forward to continuing to work with our constituents to help as many people as we possibly can. As your township, we make you this promise. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Thank you.
Are there any questions?
Yeah.
Yes.
Several years ago, Patrick, you started a gun turn-in program with
Yes.
the police department.
No.
Is that still active?
It's still active, but
And
we've
this- yeah.
yet to
So we
receive
should
any
be where the
any-
trustees,
guns in our boxes. I check,
yeah,
often,
that's the trustees.
but there's nothing in there. But we're going to keep trying to do what we
That's
can
the
to
board
help curb the
members,
gun
yes.
violence in Freeport.
That's next.
Any more questions? Okay, thank you all.
Thanks, Patrick. Moving on to my newly amended agenda. We have the board trustees report.
They may not have anything. Does any of the trustees have anything they want to say? No. Chickens. Okay.
Now we're going to ask for a vote on maintaining the 1 mil for general assistance. We have a second?
Who seconded it?
Me.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? We're just zooming along here. Any other business to come before the town of Freeport? Public comments? Sir,
Yes. Okay,
please state your name.
I'm Steve Carroll, and I feel the need to respond to Mr. Phillips' display of the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Mr. Phillips, your Badger update.
This is relevant to township government.
Well, about 10 days ago, Hall of Fame coach Barry Alvarez and current athletic director announced his retirement, effective July 1st. Need I remind you, Barry Alvarez was the defensive coordinator in the late 80s at Notre Dame that got them their last national championship. And he used that to get that Badger job, 3 Rose Bowl wins, and a Hall of Fame career. and then that will be coming to an end. But the story's not over. No. Notre Dame football coach Brian Kelly channeled his inner Barry Alvarez, and they got former Wisconsin quarterback Jack Cohn. This, they're hoping, will get them over the top to possibly another national championship aided by a Badger. However, they're going to be playing, I believe, the Badgers on September at Soldier Field this year, hopefully.
Time up.
We're the tie in pride, Michael.
Yeah, and
Playing in the wrong field.
to conclude this, I have to congratulate the University of Wisconsin women's hockey team for winning their 6th national championship last month in dramatic fashion. And
I'm
a
not
sudden
taking
death
any of
overtime
this
goal against Northeastern. So, as we say in Wisconsin, hail Barry, full of grace. Notre Dame's in 2nd place.
Go Badgers.
Okay.
Okay.
If we could have a motion to adjourn until April 12th of 2022,
I move to adjourn until April 12th, 2022.
and we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Just to make a note, my normal hourly rate is $350 an hour. So,
Well, you spent 15 minutes, so.
I know. So next year, my salary has to be upped a little.
Well, then you make that motion next year.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for coming.